Okay, hello all, I'm Diana Elizabeth Flores, and I will be doing a district profile on Walnut Valley Unified School District, which services Walnut and Diamond Bar. I'm going to try to provide as much information to you as possible in a timely manner. Let's see how I do. Let's jump right in. Okay, so the number of schools in this district, there are 15, and this district services K-12 grades, and most of the schools are elementary, and there's one continuation school. So the overall enrollment over the past 6 years has been about the same. There's not too much of a change every year. In this 2017-2018 year, we did see less enrollment than the other years, but it's still, around the same. The enrollment by school type. So a lot more enrollment in high school and elementary school. Perhaps just because there's more elementary schools, and then of course high school is just a gathering pool for everyone to come. Middle school, there might be more options outside of the district. That could be further looked into. Enrollment by ethnicity, wow. Look at that. A lot of Asians, overwhelmingly amount of Asians. Second to that comes Hispanics, and then after that, white. So this can give you some insight into the languages predominantly spoken in these schools. The demographics, speaking of English language learners. So the number has been increasing yearly, but the number of the redesignated fluent English proficients, so the students that are stepping out of being ELs only and, becoming a little fluent in their skills, that number is also increasing. Yay, we want this. Bravo. The EL acquisition status. We can also see that in all these years, the amount of FEP students way outweighs the number of English learners. This is good. That means that they're having more students acquire reading, speaking, listening, and writing skills. That's awesome. So now, more demographics are special needs. So their special need count, it's about the same. Still relatively low. Remember, there are about 14,300 students in the district, so this number is quite low, but still significant nonetheless. Free and reduced price meals, these numbers have been slowly increasing. Maybe by the 2017-2018 year, maybe it decreased. Not quite sure on that. There's no data. Well, I didn't find the data for that. Foster youth count. This is by a number of students, not percentage, all of these. So we can see that in 2013 and 2016, they've remained the same. The peak was in 2015-2016 with 47 students within the whole district, which is pretty low, but they are disadvantaged. These are all our disadvantaged students, and their needs do need to be met. So now that we've talked about students, let's move on to teacher information. The average teaching experience at this district is 15 years, and in 2014-2015, it reached 16, compared to the county, where the county is averaging about 14 years and decreased in the 2016-2017 year to 13 years of teaching. The total number of teachers in classrooms has been increasing. Woo! That's really awesome, right? Because, as we can see, there's a correlation between the increase in the amount of teachers and the decrease in student-to-teacher ratio. Important and good. So teacher education levels. 5 teachers have their doctorate. 229 teachers have their master's degree plus 30 semester hours. These teachers might be trying to get their doctorate. Might be a lot of high school teachers, middle school teachers, mostly, I'm assuming. And we have 142 teachers with their master's degree, 224 with their baccalaureate degree, and perhaps reaching for that master's degree, and then 33 teachers with their baccalaureate degree. So we see that teachers are trying to improve or become more qualified. So some noteworthy information, not to look too deeply into, but definitely something I wanted to share with you is the languages of English learners. Let's look at that. Most of them are Mandarin speaking, Cantonese, and Spanish, with Korean a smaller representation. Let's look at the representation of teachers. There's a lot more white teachers than there are Mandarin or Asian teachers, right? So, one of the principal's goals is to reflect her student body with her teacher body. So one way she's trying to do that is to hire more Asian teachers, and maybe over time that would be helpful. Who knows? Some other noteworthy information. This is on the 2017-2018 information on the special education. There are a total of 1,194, which again is pretty low compared to the district size, but definitely significant. And one of their mission statements is to address their needs and promote self-sufficiency. How well are they doing that? We'll find out. All right, so the general obligation bond of 2015. Their purpose was to upgrade facilities, maintain excellent education, college readiness, provide STEM courses and promote that. But this did not pass, by a little. But in 2016, it did pass. Yay. And the purpose is not much different from the previous year. So what changed? Who knows? But by nearly 10% it passed. So let's see how this affects their funding trends. So the general fund expenditures, this is based on what their, the teachers, they need to get paid, right? So you have certificated salaries, employee benefits, for not so much books and supplies for this chart. But if we look at their general fund expenditures by activity, we can see that a lot more money is going to instruction, a lot more money is going on to pupil services, and to instruction-related services. This hopefully will get increased to meet the needs of their disadvantaged students. And looking at the general obligation bond, this number has increased. Wonder if it has to do with increase in funding. Likely. So other defining characteristics I'd like to share with you, but won't delve too much into, are these here. The school's doing pretty good with their academics. The graduation rate, this number, let's see how accurate that is. It seems pretty accurate, but this is declining, the English learner progress, so let's look into that. First, we're going to look at suspension and expulsion. Their expulsion rate is very low, but not that much lower than the Los Angeles County, or maybe significantly lower, depends how you look at it. And then the percentages of students suspended with multiple suspensions and one suspension, these numbers, this is much higher than this number, so that's very positive. That's good. But they want to reduce that. This is just a breakdown of the schools. There's more suspensions in the high schools and middle school level than there are at the elementary level. And this basically breaks down suspensions due to violence. So most of them are in high school level. Again, hormones, middle school level hormones, people, it's normal. But the numbers are still low nonetheless. Absenteeism and truancy. So this number is really low. Again, 3.8. They have a pretty high attendance record, which is really good, and they want to keep it up. The truancy rate is relatively low, and remember, truant means being absent without an excuse, a valid excuse, for 3 full days of the school year. So the dropout rate in total is actually not very bad. It's looking pretty good. The percentage is 0.2% compared to 3.2% in the whole county, and so this is good. The graduation rate and college readiness, they can improve, right? Grads, so let's look over here. Grads with UC, CSE required courses, they're graduating in total, that's 71.2%. They're trying to reach 90%. 90% is the goal. And then the number of graduates is 736 out of the, thousands of students? This could be improved. But it's not bad. Not at all. So now further, again, to go on to how well they're doing in their academic performance. This is based on the 2017 report. A lot of their students are performing at level 4, so they're exceeding the expectations, which is good. We want to bring these numbers up, however. Same for math. They're actually doing better in math than they do in English language. Again, this might have to do with the the amount of ELs at the school. So now let's go into LCAP priorities. The goal of this district, they have 6. The first goal is to maintain safe and functional facilities, right? You want to provide, that's very important. Qualified teachers, functional facilities, this is important for the overall well-being of everyone and the district. The goal 2 is that the district will implement state standards to meet the student needs. And of course, we want to increase that 70.7% English progress rate to 90%. So they're working toward that. The district will provide parents and other local stakeholders opportunities for active participation. This is very important as well because we want to have parents involved. The fourth one is that the district will provide all students with access to a variety of programs that increase student achievement, development, well-rounded students, and meeting their A through G requirements to get ready for college. Remember that their readiness was at 72%, give or take. They want to improve that. The district will also support and motivate student engagement to decrease absentee and dropout rates. Their numbers are already low, but still room for improvement, could still be lowered. And then the district will promote a safe and respectful learning environment. Remember, school climate is very important. Very, very important. So, now recent changes. So, they're going to one-to-one to Chromebook with Chromebooks. They are pursuing their goal of preparing students for college readiness by starting them young. 4th grade, students are doing research activities geared toward careers. Teacher portal, so teachers are being more encouraged to use the teacher portal and more of the online resources to integrate into their class, and they're being provided assistance by other technicians. And then the digital literacy is in the works, so professional development is increasing, and again, there are efforts being made to go on with technology and meet these standards. So some strengths and recommendations. Professional development. These are some strengths. They should continue developing trainings and providing teachers resources on the latest updates because, again, education is always changing and we always need to improve, and we want to make sure that our teachers are highly qualified. And the way to do that is through professional development. With technology, that kind of ties into professional development. We want our teachers to be well prepared to integrate technology and use it adequately in their classrooms. And then student to teacher ratio, let's keep the classes small. Let's promote quality education. So they should continue hiring more teachers as enrollment increases, right? Redesignated FEP is increasing, so ELs should be provided more instruction and supplemental material. Maybe they can increase their specialized teachers. This would help. And they can continue to extend bilingual books in their school library. So this is something that they do, and they should continue to do it because, again, books, print, all of this helps ELs to grasp language. Recommendations for attendance rate and dropout rate, well, they should continue to provide engaging and relevant content and provide substantial extracurricular activities because this will engage students. And again, these activities actually help students gear them away from things like drugs and, doing things they shouldn't be doing, which lead to dropout rate. So low suspension and expulsion rate. Let's continue to promote positive school climate and the social and emotional well-being of all students. Something they can do is to provide peer counseling in middle school and high school because this works. Aside from the counselors that the district provides, this additional counseling might be beneficial. So challenges and how to overcome them. English learner progress. This is a very clear challenge because they're trying to increase that 70.7% to that 90%. So again, you want to involve your parents. You want to make sure that they have a platform to voice their opinions on their child's education. And you just want to provide them more resources. Speaking of resources, they need more resources for neurodiverse learners. They need to make modifications to the environment, meet their needs, spend more money on them. Graduation rate, again, it's overall positive, but you want to increase interest, engagement, and all of that. And these are my references. Hope this was informative. Had to cram, but yeah, maybe you'll be interested in this district. Okay, thank you. Bye.